We also performed in Delhi. We have any people here from Delhi by any chance? Yeah? We went to Delhi and yeah guys, all the rumors are true. I won't clarify what. Whatever. Whatever rumor you believe, it's happening in Delhi. Whatever. I don't know what you're thinking, but it's happening. Delhi people just so confident. They're born confident. They just have it. Sometimes you're like, why? You don't know. They have it. I saw a guy peeing on the road in Delhi. The most confident peer I've ever seen. Like if this is the wall, you would probably face the wall and pee, right? I swear to you, this guy was peeing like this. He had a phone, he was talking. Yeah, nothing, I'm just peeing. I'm peeing parallel to the wall. No, if I pee like this, how will they see? I was just looking at Delhi and then I was a victim. I was going to eat shawarma after that. I changed my mind. I'm like, nothing cylindrical right now. Not after that. Thank you so much for coming out. I know this angle is a little tough for you guys. I'll lean back as far as possible. It's the best I can do. It's really overrated being this tall, man, in India. There's no point. What do you do with it? Unless you play basketball, it's useless. Even if you play basketball, it's useless. What are you going to do? Play for India? You still have to work in TCS. There are many things I avoid because of my height. Like I don't sit behind people on motorcycles anymore. Have you seen a guy my height behind someone on the bike? The leg stand is too high for me. It looks like I'm jumping off the bike. And it looks even stupider if the biker is short in front. Like picture this, I was with my friend, he's 5'2", he was riding the bike. 5'2". I wasn't behind him, I was around him. My knees were in front of his knees. Like I'm a taco and he's the filling. We stopped at a red light. I told him, bro, you keep your leg up, I'll put it down. It's the least you can do, you know? And then the next moment I'll never forget. We stopped at the red light. Then a bus stopped next to us. And I saw our reflection together on that bus. It looked like I was giving birth to it. Like I left home pregnant, but I couldn't make it till the hospital. Delivered on the way. The most skillful baby who took over. Proud of that boy. It's great to be back in Bangalore. I'm living in Mumbai for the last 2 years, but I've grown up here pretty much. I think both cities I have the same problems. Mumbai, Bangalore. I argue with auto drivers. But at least in Mumbai, I'm inside the auto. Bangalore, it's tough to get to that stage nowadays. Especially if you walk up to the auto. They're like, what? You saw 3 wheels, you think I'll take you? I have my own plans. Did you ask me about my plans? You're the 3rd wheel in my plans. You have to book it on not any app, right? Uber also doesn't work. You have to book Namma Yatri is the one here. The one designed by the auto drivers. When they're not taking you, they're debugging on Python. That's Bangalore, dude. Tech city. I never walk up to autos anymore. Last time what happened, I stopped after that. I was in Kurmangla only. There's an auto driver, he's just sitting. There was no one behind. He was sitting, phone was off. He was visibly free. I walked up to him and I was like, sir, Indiranagar? He's like, Indiranagar, yeah, just go straight. 3 kilometers go. Flyover left. He gave directions. And he wasn't joking. I could see he was like, I'm sure he's asking for directions. Why will I take him? I don't even know this guy. I'm not taking, bro. I'm not moving. Weather is perfect over here. I blame the weather. Bangalore weather is so good. And in the auto, it's even better. Cross ventilation. They don't want to move. Like, who wants money? This sport is better than money. Mumbai, that can never happen. Mumbai, to make the weather good, the auto keeps moving. Even to pick you up, it doesn't stop fully. The last 10 steps is like, show me you really want it. Run in the direction you want to go, I'll think about it. But at least they take you. They take you there. Without an app also, they take you. 1 in 4 auto drivers say yes, which is a great conversion rate, I think. But the problem happens later when you have to pay, and if they don't have UPI, then whatever cash you remove, it could be a problem. Have you ever had that? Like, you're like, even if the amount is close to what you owe them, there could be an issue. Like, I had to pay this auto driver 77 rupees. I gave a 100 rupee note. I'm showing you his reaction to my 100 rupee note. I gave it to him. He's like, telling other auto drivers. Like, I paid by demand draft. I'm like, you can't have every amount, bro. You think I'll carry every amount? 77, 78. I told him you can't withdraw 77. ATM will break your card. To be fair, I've never tried it. But I'm sure I think if you put 77 rupees, if you type that in the ATM, the machine will say collect cash. You put your hand in, it'll catch your hand. The guard will come and slap you. He'll take 1900 and off. 77. We don't show balance for 77. Don't come back to this ATM. He gave the 100 back to me. He was like, change. I was like, change? I was like, bro, where do you think we create change? These are the transactions. We make that thing. I am also saying change. You are saying noun, I am saying verb. I told him, I don't even have to go anywhere today. I just got in the auto because I need change. I'm getting down here because I need 23 rupees. And this seemed like the best way to make it. Together, we create change. Thank you. Yeah, he also clapped for me, and he was like, wow, that was deep. And we started a political party together now. Our symbol, 77 rupees. Also, I've noticed this in both Bangalore and Mumbai. I think most big cities in India, there are these oversmart road crossers who think they are like the hero of the road. And everyone else is just a background dancer. See, this might be a sign of me aging, but I think road crossing is not a place you should show main character energy. It's not the place for you to shine. Just do it. We should not notice, ideally. That's when you did it right. But there are some people in this world, they want the spotlight, even in these mundane activities. I'll explain. There was this guy on the main road in Mumbai. He's crossed half the road, but he can't finish crossing because the cab I'm in is coming really fast. He just has to wait a minute. Few seconds he has to wait. It'll pass. Normal people just wait. But this guy has to be a part of this story. He's written a screenplay where he's the lead. So in those few seconds, he points at my cab driver. He's like, yeah, you go first. And that was enough to piss me off. I was like, yeah, we were only going. I'm sitting in the cab thinking, we were going, bro. Not because you gave permission. Don't act like we are part of your plan. See, y'all are not as petty as me, clearly. I told my cab driver, stop, let him cross first. We are not part of his plan. He is part of our plan. I started pressing his shoulders. He is part of our plan. My cab driver stopped also, not realizing he is part of my plan. And this guy finished crossing, and as he crossed, he looked at us and smiled, and I was like, he got us, you know? It's a double bluff. He won that round. When you move to a new city, you don't know the ways of the city. You learn, Like when I was in Mumbai, I used to work at this place, Lower Parel. And in the evenings, when I had to come back, I would take the local. You guys know the Mumbai local, the train, yeah? And at 7 p.m., I would wait for the train. And when I saw the train with people hanging out of it, I was like, oh, this one is full. I'll take the next one. And you could see all the Mumbaikars laughing like next one. There is no next. There is no concept of next. There is only the present. You don't think people be hanging out of the next one and the one after that. I learned eventually the way to get on these locals. You shouldn't look at the train. The train is intimidating. Look at the platform and identify the biggest psycho and stand in front of that person. Become an obstacle. He will do the rest. You will be on the train. Because those psychos don't go around people, they go straight. Whatever is here is also going on the train. It's like a skydiving, you put the expert here. You just jump, you don't do anything. You can take a selfie stick also if you want. Easy to identify these psychos. While the train is approaching, they are calculating. You can see they are like, if I put my leg here and I catch this guy's neck, 5 stops I can make it. He might die on the way, but that's fine. That'll promote me to inside the train. Senior commuter. So one day I had, after many attempts, I had gone all the way inside the train, okay? And I don't know what you do in a packed public transport situation. I just like to identify a person near me and who looks interesting, and I just stare at them. Just to understand who's this person, what is their life. It's very easy in a packed local. There's one person here, one person here, one person like this. So, yeah, you turn your head from this angle to this angle, 50 more people. So one day, it's a Friday evening. There was a guy in front of me. He's like, let's say it's this is his height, okay? Okay, this much. And he was just standing, and Friday evening, and I was like, yeah, this guy looks interesting. And this guy was like hibernating, like after office, his system had completely switched off. Like in his eyes, screensaver was on. 3D pipes. And I loved his energy. I was like, this is the right energy for Friday evening. No one disturb this guy, please. Of course, immediately one guy came in from outside. He had just been promoted. Right? And he came between me and this guy. And I'm showing you, this really happened like this. He came between me and this guy, and this was his final position. He stood like this. This guy's face is like this. That's not the crazy part. The crazy part is this guy's eyes didn't change. I think he was leaning into it. He didn't care. He was like, it's already been a shitty week. Nice cherry on top. This is a bad experience in 4D now. There is smell also. This will make me appreciate the weekend more. So now, this is in the train. This is a person. Remember, this is a person. They're standing like this. Now everyone is looking at these two people. This is the most interesting thing in the train. And this guy, it's like he took it as a challenge. He's like, oh, he's not reacting. Yeah, it smells bad only. Why is he not reacting? Maybe he has something. He can't smell it. So this guy took it as a challenge. I swear to you, again, always remember this is a person. This guy, and this really, I saw it in front of my eyes. This guy went around this guy. He doesn't know this guy. He had his bag in the front, okay? He went around this human and pulled out a book from his bag, started reading like this. He was resting it on his head. Everybody hated this guy right now. Everyone in the train hated this book guy. Like, what is this thirst for knowledge? Even in a packed train, I have to prove I'm better than everyone. But I was nearby, right? So I had to see what is this book that is so interesting. So I looked around this guy's head and I saw the cover. I swear to you, this book was called The Courage to be Disliked. I was like, is this your second read, bro? Because you have it, we hate you. Pass it on, So a little bit about myself. I'm a minority in this country. I'm a Vodafone user. Vodafone Idea it is, but who's gonna say Idea? Right? I'm gonna say Vodafone. Now, do we have any Vodafone people? Who's? Okay, out of you, how many of you are using only one SIM? If you have a second SIM, you don't count. Fully reliant on Vodafone, how many people? Yeah, about 5, 6, I'm going to guess. Every room has that many. We are a minority in this country, and we should be. There's no good reason to use Vodafone anymore. Half the words we don't hear. Half the words. It's only lazy people like these 5, 6 and me who are like, what? Who's going to port a number? Are you kidding me? I have to go to the office. Fuck it, I just won't talk to people. When both users are Vodafone on a call, sometimes you just hear sounds. There are no words. My mom is also Vodafone. When she called me recently, all I heard was ah. And I understood. She's saying, get a real job. That's always what she's saying. It doesn't matter which connection. Here's what you regular non-Vodafone people are missing out on. Okay, I recently went to Himachal. And if you have only Vodafone and you go to the mountains in India, right? This is just a camera, dude. For 1 week, it identified as camera. No incoming, no outgoing. Beautiful. It was so good. I was like, Vodafone, why don't you advertise this? This is not a flaw, this is a feature. The guy in the ad should say, hey, do you want to cut off from the city completely? Try Vodafone. I have a tagline also for them. If mountains are calling, no one else is calling. It's never clear, the line, except when the bill is due. When Vodafone calls you, suddenly every word is it's like they use Airtel to call you. I asked my Vodafone guy which connection. He's like, I can't tell you. Not the one you are using. Okay, when the bill is due, they keep texting you. 2, 3 texts you'll get. I'm like, hey, Despo. Don't double text. Maybe I'm not interested anymore. I don't like to pay them on time. Why should I? There's no point. You pay on time, they still text you the next day. It doesn't stop. The texts keep coming. The same paragraph comes. Please pay, blah, blah. Last line in caps, right? What? Please ignore if already paid. I'm like, firstly, don't assign another task to me. You don't tell me what to ignore. You can't send the thing. And at the end say, ignore this whole thing. I paid yesterday. How about you check your balance? You ignored my payment. You guys use WhatsApp, I'm sure. Yeah? Some of you studied there, maybe. So deemed to be university now. Have you all seen the crazy update in WhatsApp? Not the AI. Before that, I think the real update happened. The update which could end racism potentially. Have you ever sent a handshake emoji in WhatsApp? Have you seen the change? Earlier when you sent handshake, right? You could choose different hand colors, right? But once you chose, both hands were same color. Pretty racist if you think about it. Right? That's how it was earlier. But now, with an insane software update, WhatsApp is like, hey, you want to choose a different color, second hand, go for it. Alright, go for it. World is your oyster. Just all hand combinations are possible now. Racism solved. This is some software developer's project. Can you believe it? Some adult will put this on his resume. Changed hand color on WhatsApp. 2023 to 25, 2-year project. Firstly, nothing is solved. They've just put the burden on the user now. Before sending that emoji, you have to think now, what color is my hand? What color is that guy's? Why can't we just send yellow like we used to? You want that conversation with your friend, he's like, hey, when you sent that handshake, which is your hand? No, I just want to know what you think. Am I on the left or right in that hand? I get it. They did it to be inclusive, of course. But you can never be inclusive enough. Like, where's Hrithik Roshan's handshake emoji? Where's that option? Why can't you add a thumb? Until he has that, I don't want all these. He should have. He can choose. You know, when you hold the A, all those accents emerge. Like that, you can choose which thumb. Right now, he sends a handshake and a thumbs up to make it accurate. And we started a political party together now. Symbol 77 rupee note. Thank you. Sorry, ma'am, you have a math problem. 27 what? 23 change. Oh, you're fixing my joke now? Are you a teacher, ma'am? Should be. Why 23? Because the change. You met me on the last day I'm doing this joke. And I'll never be satisfied with it now. Every time I watch it, I'll be like, it should have been 23. Okay, logic. Please don't find any more logical flaws.